Am I wrong for disowning my son and refusing to invite him to my wedding or interact with him in any way? When I was 15, I became pregnant with my son. My parents were deeply ashamed, and I felt like I ruined my life. Before that, I was a bright student. I was determined to be the best mother I could be to my son. As a single mother, I didn't risk dating until my son was an adult. I wanted him to grow up to be a mature, conscientious adult. I doted on him. He came out to me when he was 17. I promised that I would love him forever. When he was 20, I met a man and fell in love. I was happy and my son approved of him almost immediately. I found out 3 years later that my boyfriend and son were having an affair behind my back. I was horrified at how my son could betray me so deeply. He apologized but said it was true love and that they didn't mean to hurt me. I cut him off and now my ex-boyfriend out of my life. I don't like to talk about that part of my life for all the intents and purposes. I do not have a son. It's humiliating and unbearable. I met another man. He has been incredible and supportive. I realized that I did not know what real love was until I met him. He and I married in a beautiful ceremony this past My son has been trying to contact me. He's still with my ex. I have blocked him out of my life. Some of my friends who have known me and my son for decades have begged me to get back in touch. Apparently, his life is falling apart and he misses me. They said he was young when he made the mistake. I refused. Am I the a-hole? First of all, I feel so bad for OP because when I read the story last night, I was like, damn, how can a whole child do that to their own mother? I mean, not like he was 20, he was a grown adult, but I'm saying, like, how can you do that to your own mom? Damn, like, that's so sad. And on top of that, like, what do people have no loyalty? I would never do some dumb thing like that, especially your own mom who like was good to you and who raised you by herself and who sacrificed her whole life to give you a better life, and then who like sacrificed dating and getting married while you're young, because usually like there's many like fears that single mothers have when they have young kids of yeah. And then when you become an adult, you go and sleep with her fiancé, and then you don't even apologize for it. You're still with him, and then you say it was true love. Damn, some of y'all are cruel. Am I wrong for ruining my friend's bachelor party? I, 25 female, went to my friend's 24 female bachelor party in BCB. There wasn't a lot of planning beforehand, and I asked the maid of honor 2 times before this for some kind of details or plans. Fast forward to a month before we were supposed to board a plane to get there, and we have still received nothing. I reached out again to ask what the plan was because I was going to have to ask off of work and make arrangements to ensure things were in order. A big thing I was worried about was transportation around the city. When I asked what our plan was about transportation while we were down there, and they said we were going to Uber everywhere because renting a car for 3 days was going to be $1,000 plus. I thought that was ridiculous, and I said that Ubering will definitely be more expensive and that I can rent a car. I think Ubering would be more expensive compared to renting a car. Another girl going really wanted to rent a car too because Ubers make her nervous. Yeah, Ubers do make me nervous. I looked it up and it was going to be $35 dollars each when we split the price of the rental car for the 3 days. We went ahead and rented a car because for us, we felt it was worth it. When we got down there, the other girls were mad that we got the car, and when we told them that it would have been only $35, they refused to participate and chose to take their now even more overpriced Ubers. One night, they decided that they wanted to go to a seafood restaurant because it was Lent, and one of the bridesmaids was newly Catholic. Another friend and I were ready to go to dinner at 5:30, but everyone else took their sweet time and they weren't ready to go out until 7:45 p.m. Once everyone was ready, they said their Uber was there and we got in our car and left to meet them at the restaurant. When we got down there, we messaged them to ask where they were, and they said they ordered the wrong Uber and they were waiting on the new one. We asked them if they wanted us to get a table, and they said no because the restaurant closed at 9 and it was now 8:15 and they were still waiting on their new Uber. We quickly searched up some other places and they said, you guys just do whatever you want, we'll meet you later. This really hurt my friend's feelings and we felt dished and hungry, so we ate at a Longhorn. Honestly, at this point of the trip, I would have just went home. While we were eating, they texted us to let us know that they were at a Margaritaville and that when we were done, we could sit with them before we all went out to the bar. My friend and I decided that we did not want to sit there and watch them eat, and we were tired, so we left and went back to the Airbnb. We didn't stay up and go back out with them. We were mad, so we deliberately went back and fell asleep. After the party was over, our friend told us that we ruined her bachelor party and we were being difficult before the party and during. I don't feel like we did anything wrong, and I don't feel bad for asking questions prior to the party because we were spending $600 each to fly, pay for the Airbnb, food, etc. Honestly, that's why they say you only get to know people for who they really are when you're traveling with them or when they're angry. Because I've always heard like horrifying stories of big groups of friends and family members traveling together. Yeah, I know when girls go to Miami, like the whole thing of when girls go to Miami, they come back and they're not friends anymore. Like, yeah, I heard about that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, like traveling and going places with a big group of people can always be a hit or a miss. But I don't think OP and her friends did anything wrong. If you want someone to come somewhere and spend their precious time and spend their precious money and their effort, you should at least be accommodating to tell them what exactly you guys are doing so they know what to do, you know? Am I wrong for inputting my thoughts on my dad's dating life? I, 24, have always had an issue with age differences. This is nothing new to my family. Both of my parents have been in serious relationships with people closer to my age than theirs, and I kept my opinion to myself. Basically, my dad has been living the bachelor life for the last 7ish years, dating around and not committing. We went for dinner for my 24th birthday, and I forgot how it got brought up, but my dad said he would still date a 24-year-old. And I was like, hold up, that's gross, and that was the end of it. Now to the current issues. My dad calls me one day and says he's seeing someone new. Cool, then mentions she's younger than me. Gross. Why does he keep trying to tell his daughter that, he would date someone her age or younger than her and keeps mentioning people's ages? Like, what? Gross. I at least assumed she was born the same year as me or was only a year younger. My initial reaction was, ew, well, I don't want to meet her. Obviously, assuming this relationship is going nowhere. And then a few days later, he mentioned she's only 22. I still kept my mouth shut, but then I was sitting on it for days and couldn't budge on being insanely uncomfortable about it. This poor girl hasn't even been 18 for more than 5 years. She's literally just starting her life, and I think it's wrong and weird on so many levels. I'm going to visit him for a weekend soon and really truly do not want to meet her or have her brought up. I really don't think I could keep my opinions to myself and really do not want to sit there and see my 44-year-old dad cuddle up with someone half his age. I called him out the other day and told him off a little bit. Said I think it's gross and everyone around me seems to think it's this funny thing when I really do not, and I don't really want her to be around at all when I visit. He understood but got a little defensive, but I told him I think if she was 25 plus, I really don't think I would care. But literally, her brain isn't even developed for another 3 years. And I think it has so much to do with her being younger than me. Anyway, I had lunch with my stepdad today, and he did kind of help me look at it different way and kept saying I probably hurt my dad's feelings and he's trying to be happy. I get that, but I personally think his age shouldn't have been that low on Tinder to begin with. Anyway, Reddit, am I wrong? Or 22 and 44 is crazy. Am I wrong, or do you think he needed to hear it? I still stand by my thoughts and have no interest whatsoever in meeting her. OP is definitely not wrong. And like I really don't like age gaps. I really never liked age gaps. 44 and 22 is insane age gap. But at least she's not 18. At least she's not below 20. Like when something like this happens, I just always pray like, hell, at least she's not some 18, 19-year-old. God forbid some grown men think that 18, 19-year-old is a suitable partner for them. But yeah, even though somebody can, even though, look, let me see. Okay, let me get my words right. Even though somebody is an adult legally, doesn't really mean emotionally and mentally you guys are suitable to be together. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of these crazy Reddit stories. I just get crazier by the day. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.